So have you got your list ready, pal?
I do. It's not very exciting though. I think other people had better lists than I do. What about you?
Mine is very long.
I'm sure.
Been working on it for days.
I'm sure that's true.
So this time we're going to be talking about our bucket lists of rides and parks that we want to go to before we die. So we're going to talk about ours, and then you guys have sent in some of yours as well, so we're going to talk about those and see which rides everybody wants to go on.
Yeah, there's probably going to be some sort of trend, and everyone will be like, "Oh, I want to ride this, that, this."
Definitely.
So it'll be interesting to see what that ideal coaster is, or what that ideal park is. But first, before we do that, we've got some theme park news. It's not a lot of theme park news in this time of the year, but one piece of news.
I swear you say that all the time.
I do. One piece of news is that the deconstruction of Volcano the Blast Coaster at King's Dominion is nearly finished. So there was this massive volcano with a huge roller coaster around it.
Yeah.
They closed it last year, and at the moment the whole thing is being completely dismantled, volcano and all.
Oh.
So at the moment it's nearly completely gone. So there's this massive site. And obviously the skyline has been changed quite drastically, not having a massive volcano in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens to it. I'm surprised it went down so quickly. It makes me kind of feel like they're trying to do something with it, or plan to, or maybe they just wanted to get rid of it to make people not be like, oh, I want to go on that one, even though it's closed, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, no, it's...
I don't know, I feel like they wouldn't have completely removed it, though, for that reason.
Maybe
They must be doing something.
Yeah. But in good news or different news, one of two of the new Gerstlauer Infinity coasters coming to Europe. There's what's the other one called? There is Mystic, a Infinity coaster coming to Walibi Rhone Alps, and then there's Fury at Bobbejaanland Land. Another one. So one's Lift Hill, and Fury is launch based, a triple launch. And the park have recently announced that riders of Fury will be able to vote on whether they want to complete the rides forwards or backwards.
What?
So, as you leave the station, you join what is a kind of like a half pipe where there's a launch in the middle and two spikes either side, right? And that's how it launches through that 3 times before carrying on. And to get onto that, there's a turntable, so that can either put the car forwards and do it normally, or it can turn it backwards and people could complete the whole ride backwards.
But how do you vote?
Well, on the train, the park have said that leading up to the turntable, leading up to the launch, everyone on the train will be able to vote using a voting system on their restraint that allows them to choose which way they want to go, and then it'll be majority rule.
Wait, so there's like a button?
Yeah, there'll be a button.
But what if it's a tie?
It says that the ride's computer will choose if it's a tie.
Oh.
So
that's so cool.
It really is. It's such a good idea.
But also not cool, because what if every time you went on, everyone voted for like forwards?
Well, then you just have to get a big group of people, don't you?
Never ride it backwards.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure you could try and get everyone to ride it backwards.
Yeah.
But, it's very, very cool. And it makes it much more
so
re-rideable.
Cool. Yeah.
But it makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and also there's not that issue of like some of the seats go backwards, some go forwards, or like should they remove it or not? Because it's just removable if it's not popular, if they don't like it.
Yeah, exactly. So
madness 2019.
I know. Just because of that, I actually really want to go.
Yeah.
Just to see what it is like to be able to.
That's so cool.
Choose. Yes, it's Bobbejaanland Land in Belgium.
Yeah.
Home to also one of the first Gerstlauer Eurofighters. I think the second. So they've got a good, I guess, connection between them and Gerst. But it's funny that a park would even want to do that, and it's funnier that Gerst would say, "All right, yeah, sure, let's do it." So hey ho.
All right, how are we gonna do this? How many have you got?
I don't know that many.
How many's not that many?
I got a few parks to talk about and a few rides, like a handful of parks and a handful of rides.
Okay, I have 3 things.
Well, let's go through yours first. Yeah, let's go through yours and then we'll go through mine.
You can probably guess half of it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, okay, I know, but
Okay, let's play a game. Guess my number. Well, this is actually quite hard because there's not many actual rides.
Yeah.
There's only one. Actually, I've just thought of another one. Okay, there's 2. Well, this is the thing. Okay, how are we defining bucket list? Because I feel like you'd be upset if you died without going on the things on your list.
Yeah.
Whereas mine's more of I won't be upset, but, I'd like to do these things.
Yeah, no, not all of mine are like that. But
Okay,
most of them
let's
are
not
just
get
like,
too
I would like
serious.
to try and do these things
Yeah.
at some point,
It's more like aims instead of bucket
Yeah,
list.
exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
cool.
That's what mine are.
So, I have 2 rides, physical, actual rides that I want to go on. And then you can guess the other, like the parks that I want to go to.
Yeah, the Disney ones.
Yeah.
Right?
But I don't know if I want to go to all of them because you know how some people like their life's goal is to like go to all of the Disney parks?
Yep.
I don't think I really care about that because I'd quite happily just go back to Disneyland Paris. Do you know what I mean?
It's disgraceful.
I know you're going to cry about that. But it's just
disgraceful.
it's just the vibes.
But it's not the same.
I know, but what I mean is I'm not going to trek across the country to like Hong Kong just to go to Disney. I'll just go to Paris.
Yeah.
Obviously, the American ones is like a big deal. And the other one is Disney Sea.
Tokyo,
because this park is getting a Tangled land.
Mm-hmm.
And literally Tangled is my favourite film ever. And when they released that, I was like, oh my God, because no one really cares about Tangled.
No, not
But
a lot.
finally, they've done it and I'm going to go. So I just looked it up, it's 2022.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, that's what they're saying, so it's probably like 2023.
To Japan then. That's when we're going.
Exactly. We're going there.
And then we can do 2021. We could do the other Disney parks in America because they all get big expansions.
Wait, what year is it now? 19.
It's 19.
Yeah, that's enough time. We need to save some monies, people, so let's not get too excited. But yeah, definitely Japan, as a country anyway, but
yes,
the fact that they've got Tangled is just another level.
So did you actually order the Disney parks?
No, because I don't know what they are, Harry.
Well, this is what you're meant to look into.
Yeah, but I tried to look it up and it's just like nobody out there.
Tried to look it up.
Right. There's no like website where they
you
tell
go on
you.
Disney, you click on rides and you look.
No, because then they tell me like, oh, this little like bus that you can go on. I'm like, that's not a ride, is it? Do you know what I mean? Let me tell you their list of rides, right? Okay, this is Disney Sea.
Mm-hmm.
So first one is Disney Sea Transit Steamer Line.
Yeah, it's just
that's not a ride.
No,
second
but
one,
it's an attraction, right?
Yeah. Second one, Fortress Explorations, and it's like a room.
Yeah, but Disneyland Paris is a crap ton of walkthrough rooms as well.
But that's not the list I want to be given.
You're looking at a list of attractions.
Yeah, but I would. Oh my gosh, there's a little a theatre where you can talk to Finding Nemo. I just want a list of like the actual like rides.
I'm sure you could find it on the internet.
Yeah, but I didn't have that much time. But anyway, so I haven't ranked the Disney parks because I don't really know what they are. I don't really get it.
Well, would you want to do both of them in America?
Well, isn't there right? There's one in California, right?
Yes.
And then there's one in Florida.
Disneyland Anaheim. And
what's the difference between
Disney World?
What's the difference?
Disney World has 4 parks. It's the biggest of all the Disneys. It's got Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. What's the other
Hollywood
one got?
Studios and Epcot. The other one is Magic Kingdom or whatever, like the name of the normal park is.
The main park.
Disneyland Park, probably.
Yeah.
And they've got like some Florida kind of California named park. Let me have a look.
This is what does my head in because
It's
why would you ever
Disney
go?
California Adventure Park.
But what's in that though?
Tower of Terror that's now gone into the galaxy.
So it's
Cars.
like a Studios park.
Yeah.
So
basically.
it's Disneyland Paris, but better.
Yeah, it's the original Disney, the first part.
So Disneyland Paris is a version of that.
So Disneyland Paris is a very budget version of this that they didn't do very well.
Okay, so for that reason, I'm out because why would you go there when you can go to Florida? Surely they're like basically the same.
Kind of. I
But
think
Florida
people
has,
like to
like-
go there because it's the original. There are some
Okay, well,
differences.
I'm not bothered about that.
No.
I'd rather just go Florida because then you've got everything in one place.
Most of the good stuff was ported over to Florida.
Yeah.
I'll probably get shot for saying that, but
This
it's true.
whole
It is
conversation
Disney,
is
to be
going to
fair.
just... Everyone's going to hate us. Yeah, so Disney in general, not that fussed about Hong Kong. I don't think there's anything that great there, is there?
I don't know. I literally don't know many things about Disney.
No. Meh. I'm not that fussed about, like, specific things, except the 2 rides which I have on my list, which I'm probably going to get shot in the foot now because they're going to be at the ones I've said I don't want to go to. Let me
I
just
don't know
Google it.
what ones you're on about.
I'm just going to Google it before I tell you and get...
No, tell me
get
quick.
killed.
Let's just say.
Okay, Flight of Passage.
Okay, you good? Yeah, that's an Animal Kingdom. in
Okay.
Disney World.
Whew. And the second one is that one that Sylv was talking about. The...
Journey
Oh my
to the
God.
Center of the Earth.
Yes.
That's at Tokyo Sea.
Cool. Amazing. Okay, perfect. That's done then.
You actually just reminded me about Flight of Passage.
Yeah, it looks so good.
It does look very good. I really would like to go on that as well, yeah.
Oh, just Disney, man.
It looks like a solid ride.
And that Tron one. What's that Tron one at?
Tron is it Tokyo Disney?
Who was it that said they're getting one in Florida?
Yeah, they are getting one in Florida, 2021.
Who said that?
Everyone, because they are.
Yeah, but I watched somebody specifically say it.
Tron is it's at Shanghai Disney, but it is coming to Magic Kingdom for
damn.
2021.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just go after it gets there. Yeah, so that's my list is Disney in general, like Florida and then Tokyo, Disney Sea, etc.
Yep.
Avatar, Journey to whatever thingy.
Mm-hmm. Journey to the Center of the Earth.
And then obviously like whatever Tangled ride they eventually come out with
Yeah.
is going to be
Where's the Tangled? That's
on point, Disney Sea.
that is a sea, okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm not really fussed about any of the like, Intimidate or whatever. Or
So not even the Universal parks interest you. You don't even care about Harry Potter Land
we know how I feel about Harry Potter.
or Jurassic World.
Jurassic World would be okay, but like I say, I'm not going to be upset if I die without doing it.
Yeah.
If I'm there, I'll go to it, but I'm not going to, I don't know.
Yep.
It's all about the Disney.
Okay.
Not even the ride specifically, just the vibes.
Yeah. Well, I was too lazy, and I also wrote down most Disney parks as a line
Whoa.
because I would like to go to most of them.
Yeah.
As you said, like I'm not overly bothered about going to the ones in Shanghai or Hong Kong.
Yeah. But if
Unless
there's
you're
ever
kind
a
of there.
point, if there's ever a point where I'm like, oh, I really want to go to Shanghai as a place,
Then we can go.
you can
yeah,
pop
fine.
in.
But I would like to go to Tokyo as well, as you said.
Yes.
And specifically both of the Disney parks in America, or Disney
Okay.
resorts in America. Because I think it would be nice to try the original.
Yeah, yeah. But
But
what I
it's also-
mean is, Florida's better
Yes.
as a package.
Yes.
If you're going for one hit, you
Yeah.
got to hit that one.
Yeah. But then the one in California is in a good place. Another place that I would like to go to is Six Flags Magic Mountain, which is a theme park that has many roller coasters. I think at one point they did have the most. They might still have the most. I'm not entirely sure. But the reason I want to go is to ride X2.
Which one's this?
X2 is the 4D coaster. So as you go around, the seats also tilt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This one,
apparently
the one
it's-
that took me ages to figure out what it is.
Yeah. Apparently it's rough as hell, and you either really like it or you really don't like it.
Brilliant. I'm calling it now. You would like it and I would hate it.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's going to go. But
Done. There's no need to go anymore.
like, I was sitting down trying to think of all these coasters that I'd like to go on. And then I even had to have a look at some other people's lists to find coasters that I want to go on. And then I just thought to myself, I don't really care. It's like, I don't care about riding Steel Vengeance because it's just a better version of something else that already exists.
Yeah.
It's like an incremental change to a ride. So if I ride Twisted Colossus, I'm going to get most of the experience of Steel Vengeance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just I'll miss out on a tiny bit, but I'm not too bothered about that. If I ride X2, there's 3 of them, right? There's 3 of them that exist. 1 in America, 2 in Asia, right? And they're just unique as hell. They're never going to be built again.
Yeah.
they're really just insane. And I want to ride coasters that are unique and different.
Okay. So
So-
what you mean is your bucket list is made up of stuff that's unlike stuff you've already done.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Because I just, it doesn't bother me.
You don't want to go just for the cred.
No, I don't. People are like, oh yeah, you probably want to go ride Intimidator 305 or Fury 325 or
Aren't they
Steel
all
Vengeance
the same thing though?
or Millennium Force. And I'm like, well, all right, but at some point in time, I'll probably get to ride a version of that ride that's slightly less good. Okay, and that's enough.
You just
Like,
want to.
that's
Okay, so it's like you just want to. Okay, let's do a metaphor.
there needs to be more than the ride itself. Either it has to be incredibly unique and different to what I've experienced before, or there has to be some sort of other catch to make me interested.
Okay.
Okay. So most of the rides in America that are big and people love are bare bones, no theming, no nothing. And that just doesn't entice me at all. One of the reasons why I wanted to ride Kanan was one, because it was so unique, and two, because it was themed really well.
Yeah.
So it was a perfect combination. And just not many rides just meet that for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It literally was after I rode Kanan, I was happy. I'm a fulfilled man.
You done now.
Literally, I'm
Shut down the YouTube channel. He's finished.
Coaster White is cancelled. No, yeah, I'm just much more like I feel like I've accomplished enough.
Okay, that's good.
Obviously not. Like I'd still like to go on stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's not
still
gonna.
more to
Yeah,
go on.
you're not gonna stop doing it. You just
No.
there's no like.
Yeah,
You don't have a specific like desire to do this one
Yeah.
thing.
yeah,
That's good in a way because I feel like it'd be really frustrating,
yeah. No,
especially as like theme parks are
so many of
far
them, and they're all
away.
getting new rides as well. Yeah,
yeah, and
So,
it
yeah, no.
never ends. Like they just bring out a new thing, and if every time you were like, "Oh my god, I have to ride that one now,"
yeah.
you
So,
just
no.
never end.
X2 is one. Going over to the other side of the country, that is America.
Yeah.
You said obviously Disney World. I'd love to go to Disney World and spend at least a day in every park.
Yeah.
And if you're listening, Taylor Bybee, that is a day in every park, not one day for all four.
What? Did he do that?
Well, let's gloss over the fact
Oh
of what
my
he did or
God.
what he didn't do. But Florida is a hub for theme parks, right?
Yeah.
You didn't care about Universal Studios. I would love to go to Universal.
Yeah, I'd
Studios.
go there. Like, obviously it's right there, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
is.
pop in. No worries.
Yeah, but I'd love to see the Harry Potter stuff, especially the new Hagrid's coaster, Hagrid's motorbike.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a really, really interesting story-based roller coaster.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's really unique because there's not many extremely story-based roller coasters. All the Disney ones, no, get out. The indoor dark ride, indoor pitch black.
Don't
no,
make me cry.
garbage.
Thing is, like,
not all of them.
with the Hagrid ride, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't have any connection with Harry Potter at
No.
all.
Well, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, but more so than me. But like, that's why if I was there, I'd go on it, no worries. And I'd be like, wow, that's amazing. But to me, the Tangled stuff is on my list because that's like a thing that I really like.
Mhm.
So imagine if they did a Tangled version, that I'd be like, see you later. Literally, I'd be just gone.
Yeah.
So, but I
So,
don't
yeah.
have the love like you do for the rides.
Yeah, I don't know. There just seems to be quite a lot of unique stuff.
Well,
in-
they've
in
just got the
terms of-
money, haven't they?
Yeah, it seems like Universal are doing some unique things with roller coasters that
Yeah.
I'm quite interested in. Even Disney are now doing that. To be
Yeah.
fair, a lot of the new Disney coasters are actually good. But so yeah, Florida, tick off 2 boxes there, and as you said, like if you're in Florida, you're going to do the other stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that would include like SeaWorld, Orlando, and
SeaWorld's a bit iffy for me.
yeah, well, you just pop in.
Yeah, but it's upsetting.
Oh, it's fine. It's not as bad as you think it
It's just
is.
weird.
It is weird, but
I
Yes.
feel like I wouldn't be able to stay there for very long.
it's fine.
I don't know.
Get
But
the
I really want to go
credits.
to Epcot.
Why?
I don't know.
It's
I don't know why.
garbage.
Yeah, but I just want to go.
People
I
say
just
it's
want
not
to chill
very
out,
good.
man. I just want to be there.
I'm probably gonna get shot saying Epcot's garbage.
Yeah, I'll just walk around the shops there.
Yeah, well, it's cool. Like it's meant to be the world. There's a lake,
Yeah.
and around the lake is stuff from the world, different countries,
Yeah.
and rides of there's rides from different countries because Frozen is some sort of country.
Oh, is it?
No, it's a
Wait,
Frozen
what?
ride, but it's
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
they rethemed a boat
But-
ride to
Yeah,
to
because
Frozen.
Arendelle, mate. Come on. It's a real place.
Wow, but yeah, I think people are calling Epcot like IP Cot because I think a lot of the stuff that's happening to Epcot is no longer focused on that.
Oh, they're changing it.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Well, that's a bit of a bummer.
I'm pretty sure Epcot's getting Guardians of the Galaxy coaster.
Oh, get out.
that
Okay,
looks
I
good
don't
though.
want to go to Epcot anymore. Change
Yeah,
my
they are.
mind. Ah, damn.
The Guardians of the Galaxy attraction at Epcot will be one of the world's longest enclosed coasters.
Enclosed, pal.
Yeah, I know, but it's different. It's different, trust me.
Oh, what? Because you like the thing?
No, because
it's
they're
not
using a
Finding
different
Nemo.
ride system. They're using a roller coaster system, like a train that can swivel on and pivot on demand. So you can exclusively point people in the right direction for a scene.
Oh, I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, we did. Which is why I think it has potential.
When's the Endgame coaster coming out, mate?
Yeah, no,
Literally when?
No, it's not like that. You can't see
I know.
closer to Endgame.
Imagine
anyway, that's 2021 as well. So
though. Okay.
Magic Kingdom's getting Tron. Epcot, another park, is getting Guardians of the Galaxy. This year, Disney World's getting Star Wars Land.
Yes, excited about that.
So,
But would it all actually open in 2021?
yeah, Disney are usually pretty good at getting their.
Because imagine if you went and like something didn't open.
No, yeah, Disney are usually pretty good at getting on that stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, big scenes happening over in Florida, and also another one on my list, park wise, is the Busch Gardens parks.
Mm-hmm.
Only because they seem like outside of your Disneys and your Universals, they seem like a much nicer place and much nicer park.
Is this the one that was like kind of Europa Park feels?
Yeah, Busch Gardens Williamsburg has a lot of similarities to Alton Towers,
Okay.
both in terms of how it looks and the rides kind of thing.
Mm.
But then there's Busch Gardens Tampa Bay, which is in Florida also, or close enough. It's just big coasters with a nicer setting and some decent theming.
Mm.
But they just look, I don't know, they just look like charming parks to me. So, yeah.
One I want to add to mine actually. Well, I don't know if it's a bucket list, but is Efteling.
Oh, yeah?
Don't know why, but I really want to go there.
Yeah, I think it'd be good to go to Efteling.
That's my kind of jam, I feel like.
I don't know how... It's an interesting one because it seems like a lot of the people who go to Efteling with a lot of hype get disappointed because it seems like it's a very Dutch... It seems to be very like Dutch orientated. So if you're not Dutch, you don't appreciate it as much.
Oh.
You see what I mean?
You mean there's like kind of like inside, not jokes, but like there's things that you wouldn't get if you weren't Dutch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but no,
interesting.
Efteling, yeah, it looks like a nice, relaxing park.
Yeah.
Which is good. I'm all for parks that are different. So Efteling is one that I would like to visit, but it doesn't make the bucket list.
I was looking up. I said that one we went to when I was a kid in France, Puy de Fou. Remember we were talking about this? But I don't think it has any rides. But they're calling it a theme park. Second most popular theme park in France after Disneyland Paris. But what rides?
Is it literally just...
I don't think there's any rides.
Yeah, I think it's more like a show based.
Yeah, because I remember there's like a amphitheatre and you like go and watch a show. It's like history themed like areas. Yeah. It's really
does
cool.
Seem to be that way.
But I can't see any rides. So why are they calling it a theme park?
Well, depends what your definition of theme park is.
Yeah, it's literally just like a building for each area and then there's a show.
Interesting.
It was very cool though. Like I was quite young, but I remember it very vividly because it was like proper real. Felt like we'd gone back in time. It actually did. I'm not joking.
Nice.
It's so cool. But yeah, if only they had some rides, eh?
Indeed.
Petition for Puy de Fou to get some rides.
Well, rides are expensive.
They look like they've got enough money. Second biggest one in France.
It's true.
2 million visitors a year. See, it's so well themed that it's like, why don't you have a ride? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I just don't think it is that kind of park.
What do you do all day?
I guess, yeah, instead of rides, it's all just actors and there's stuff to see and do and watch
Yeah.
rather than stuff to ride. Very interesting.
Cool stuff. The amphitheatre is massive as well. The world's biggest nighttime show. New lighting effects, new 3D video projection, and new sets. My god, this looks cool. Oh my gosh, it says this show involves 2,400 actors.
What?
That's what it says.
That's
Dude,
mental.
I told you there's hundreds of people acting. Oh my gosh.
How's that sustainable?
Lasting for 1 hour 40 minutes.
I guess
What
they
is
just
this?
get like everyone who did a show early that day to
Yeah,
be in a
everybody who
massive show,
works there.
basically.
Wow, this park is weird. This is so bizarre. Anyway, so yeah, that's a cool place. No rides, but 2,400 people. Anyway, what else you got?
There's only a few more on my list. Some of them kind of, in a way, go against what I said earlier, but also in a way they don't.
Cool.
One of them's El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure, which is a big version of Boulder, like bigger.
Okay.
There's only 4 of them, and El Toro is allegedly the best.
Right.
So it's this massive wooden coaster with a really steep drop, and Boulder's mostly like the same layout, so it goes over a hill, turn, over a hill, turn.
Yeah.
This one has that kind of section on it, but then also has a more of a twister layout, so it's going low to the ground, tight bends with snappy transitions kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite different. So yeah, I'd like to ride that. And Great Adventure's the theme park or amusement park, I should say, with the world's tallest roller coaster in.
Okay.
So it would be cool to kind of do that double whammy, but I'm not overly bothered about riding the world's tallest roller coaster.
Okay.
And I was thinking, would I want to ride Formula Rossa, the world's fastest roller coaster? I just don't care. Like, it looks
just
good.
because of the stats, you don't really mind?
It's just
the
like,
best?
yeah, it's just the launch, and then it's an okay layout. Then it's a launch with nothing special afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm not too bothered.
I feel like you just want the whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
there's
very
no
true.
point trekking around the world for like a bit of that ride and a bit of that ride.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I want someone to put it all together.
Yeah, can you just arrange it all into one thing and
Yeah,
put
exactly.
it in London?
Yeah. We recently on the channel put out Portaventura Explained,
Uh-huh.
and as I was writing it, I wanted to go there more.
See, I don't
'Cause-
really know what's there.
Yeah, it's the park with Shambhala.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the B&M hypercoaster, which apparently is very good.
Yeah.
It's got Ferrari Land now with a bigger version of Stealth.
Great.
But it looks like a nice park. Everyone says it's run really terribly and it's really run down and it's not in a very good state.
Oh.
But before everyone was saying that, everyone else was saying how good it was of a theme park.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Everyone who's been like outside of the UK and is a UK enthusiast has seemed to have gone to Portaventura.
Yeah.
And
I feel like because it's in Barcelona,
yeah.
Barcelona's a really easy place to get to. It's quite
Yeah.
cheap as well.
Well, this is it. I'd want to do a Barcelona trip, and it would be very easy to just
Yeah.
tag that on the end of it.
Well, I definitely want to go there anyways, so
Yeah, but it's mainly just for Shambhala. I want to know if it's as good as people say it is.
yeah.
Pretty much. I don't. Even though even that goes against my rule of
Yeah, it does.
like. But to be fair, I've only been on one hypercoaster,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently it's like the worst or one of the worst. So,
Hypercoasters are the ones that are like massive, right?
yeah, 200 feet. It's stealth height, but much
big
much
and long.
longer. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very cool because these are the coasters that, as you go over the hill, you're completely weightless.
Yeah.
So if you leave a decent gap between you and the restraint, you're just
That would be
floating.
so good.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I went on Silver Star, which is one of those. We went over the first hill, and I instantly grabbed the restraint from having my hands up in the air, just because I was like, "What is this?" It was really scary.
Oh my god.
It's just because you're like, you usually feel secure when the restraint's on you, touching you, you know?
Yeah.
When it's not touching you, it's a weird
Yeah.
feeling. Just to be like, I am floating and nothing is holding me, you know?
Well, I guess normally that happens, but normally immediately after you hit the bar again.
Yes, yeah.
So it's like slow motion version.
But because the trains are so open as well, and the restraint's not that big, it's kind of that bigger feel of, whoa,
Yeah.
I'm just here. So, and I think I'd love for you to experience it, because I imagine Shambhala would pretty much become your favourite ride instantly.
Crops. Let's not go there then.
Wow.
Oh, well, I don't know. Just everything else gets ruined, you know?
Not really. That's not how it works.
It is, though.
How is it?
What? Once we went on Helix, I was like, bye-bye, everybody else.
Well, yeah, but your previous favourite was the Swarm.
Yeah. That's what I mean. We should have just stuck to Thorpe Park and then we'd all be fine.
That's not how it works. So, one final park, but not the park, the rides, right?
What?
Well, I'll explain. So, there's a theme park called Fuji-Q Highland.
Yeah?
In Japan.
What?
Fuji-Q Highland in Japan.
Okay. You said that so quick, it's actually a normal word, but okay.
It has a version of X2, the one of the three.
Yeah, the weird one.
Yeah, called Ijanaka.
Okay.
Right? And it's like a better version of X2. So just for that, I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It also has a really weird ride, which is the world's fastest accelerating roller coaster.
Okay.
And it looks jank as hell.
Wait, is this Japan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one's called Dododampa.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
And then they've also got a ride called Takabisha, which is a Gerstauer Eurofighter with a launch and lift hill. So saw the ride,
but better.
Massive.
Cool.
So just for those three.
Those three are solid.
Yeah. It's a ride filled with it's a park filled with very unique rides, except apparently it's run terribly.
Oh.
Like the rides run like crap, and the throughput is garbage, and the operations are terrible. So I don't want to go for the park. I want to go for the individual rides.
Fair.
Usually I want to go for both.
Yeah. But it's not often that you get a park with three like unique good rides.
Yeah. Well, there's more unique rides than that in that park. It is just a weird park. Like, so that's about it though for me. I couldn't really think of any others. I mean, we'll go through people's now, and I'll say like, oh yeah, that's quite a good one, but
yeah,
I don't know if any of them are really that interesting or intriguing to me.
Okay.
So let's start from the top.
Okay.
Jamie. We know Jamie.
Big boy Jamie.
Jamie says he wants to visit Wonderland Eurasia for some reason. That's a park full of roller coasters that don't work.
But Jamie's already been to like loads of places.
He's taken a mick, by the way.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Coasters, he has. These are like classic: Taron, Helix, Zadra, Shambhala, Wildfire, Fury 325, Steel Vengeance, Let Coaster, El Toro Intimidator. See, these are all your basic answers, right? Like, sorry, Jamie, but it's true.
Yeah, but these are the rides that everybody wants to go on, Harry.
Well, yeah, exactly. But
you're just so hipster, man.
I'm not hipster. I just don't care as much as other people.
Why are you doing this then?
Joel says as basic. Even Joel knows it's basic.
Oh, Joel knows he's basic.
As basic as it sounds, it would have to be Steel Vengeance.
Joel.
Since it's the only thing that could actually top my number one i305. As for parks, no, probably not. He says he wants to visit Groenland just because it looks really cool with all the coasters stacked on top of each other.
Does it look that cool?
It looks like a very unique park.
Wow.
Yeah. Zach, also a man of great taste, he says Asian Anchor at Fuji-Q is my top bucket list coaster.
Is that the weird one?
That's the weird one.
Okay.
Top bucket list park would definitely be Disney Sea.
You, Zach. Exactly. Let's go.
Kenny says Disney Sea, Disneyland Shanghai, the Orlando Disney and Universal Parks, Hansa Park, good choice, yeah. As for coasters, he says Steel Vengeance, Wildfire, Octonauts, Let Coaster, and Hyperion.
Just throw the Octonauts in there.
Just throw it in there. It's a well-themed experience. Again, like, these are some basic answers. Literally your basic, you know.
You're basic.
You're basic. Harry Abrahams, bracket J, bracket, says Ajanica again, and Tokyo Disney Sea. So we've obviously got some reoccurring popular opinions. He says maybe Japan overall because that place is the bomb.
Yeah, true.
Thorpe Park Coaster Fan says more of the same. Untamed, Zadra, Steel Vengeance, blah blah blah. New ones on there include Dinoconda, which is Ajanica and X2, basically. The other one. He has Carnan, classic, DC Rivals, Expedition G-Force, Twisted Colossus, and Storm Chaser. So there's some new additions there, most of them pretty similar. It basically seems like everyone wants to ride the big Intamin coasters and the big RMC coasters.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally it. Like, yeah. For parks, he says Cedar Point, Edgelandia, Six Flags Magic Mountain, Kings Dominion, Dollywood, Busch Gardens, Tampa, Six Flags New England, Hershey Park, Fantasyland, and Hansa Park.
Nice.
So, again, yeah. Hansa Park is quite a unique one on that list, I would say. I don't think most people wouldn't, if they could choose to go to any park, I don't think they'd choose to go to Hansa Park.
Yeah.
But it is a very nice park.
Amber said Liseberg and Fantasyland. Helix looks absolutely awesome. Yes, it does. Those
It
are
is
two
awesome.
parks that I would say if we hadn't have been to them, they'd probably be on the list because
Yeah.
they're quite
Well,
basic.
honestly, I had no desire to go to Liseberg before I went to Liseberg.
What, not even Helix?
No.
That is so upsetting. Imagine if we hadn't have gone.
Yeah. I know.
Everybody put Liseberg on your list.
Yes. It's just a really nice
It's
park.
so nice.
If you're gonna visit Fantasyland, I'd wait till Fly opens.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
Fantasyland's good though.
It is good.
You gotta do Taron.
You do at some point.
Somebody said Carnan. Wildfire. We haven't spoken about that.
But I've said some other people have said Wildfire.
Yeah. I thought that would be on your list.
Well, we're gonna ride it. I don't.
Oh, so it is on your list.
Well, I haven't been on any RMC
Yeah.
yet. So one of them, yeah, I don't even know. Like, kind of, but also not kind of.
Cool. Well, it's got to be at least a little bit on your list if we're driving out there, you know?
Well, yeah, no, it is, right. It's semi on the list.
It's more of a like, there's an
Only because-
opportunity to go.
Yeah, pretty much, because it's an opportunity.
And it's in the middle of nowhere, so you'd have to, like, if you wanted to do it, you'd literally have to just go there for that.
Yes.
And it's a long way.
So now's a good time to do it.
Yeah. There's just too many to choose from. That's
There
what
are.
Andrew says. It's true, but also not true.
He says a big flying coaster with a pretzel loop. That'd be cool.
What's that?
Just Galactica, but with a more intense layout.
Oh, okay.
Adam says that he wants to ride Montagna Russa.
Who what?
It's like this wooden coaster. I'm pretty sure. Let me find out. Which one? I assume he means the OG. I assume he does. There's so many Montagna Russas, Adam. Which one do you want?
You need to be more specific.
I'm pretty
please.
sure he means the wooden coaster. Like it's like Grand National.
Okay. But better, right?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, he wants to
Whatever you
ride
want.
the Grand National, but
Amazing.
in Mexico.
Cool. I mean, at least you'll be hotter.
Yep. Lush Velvet Coasters says Tron is top of mind.
Good shout.
Hype now that it's coming to Florida. I wouldn't go to China just to ride one.
Nah, neither.
So yeah, that's
It's
fair.
Disney Sea, Florida, or nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. Most of them seem to be the same collection of huge, massive coasters in America.
Yeah, that's what I expect. That's what I expected your list to be.
But nah,
Such a
I
hipster.
just don't really not bothered. I mean, I could be wrong. I could eventually get to America and I might completely love it, but I kind of expect not to care that much.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't know how good it would be going to these parks that they just seem to be like an amusement park. you
Yeah.
know?
I think
I
if
don't
you
know.
don't love the rides, you don't love the actual rides enough to just go for a ride.
Yeah.
You like the whole
Yeah.
thing, the whole experience. Which is
Definitely.
like with me, I like the Disney aspect. So that's why none of the non-Disney parks would be like on my bucket list, because it's the Disney stuff that makes me actually want to go, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're done. Don't hate us too much. Everybody's got to like different stuff, and you know.
It's very true.
So yeah, so just follow us. Do all the stuffs that you always do. Every time I'm like,
Just
do
follow
this
us.
stuff. Everybody knows what to do. So let's
Do
not
it.
do it this time. Just use your brain and imagine what somebody would say at the end of a podcast and go do that stuff. Cool.
All right.
Every time we're like, oh, follow us, and
I know,
and
I
you
know.
know, everybody knows where to find a podcast. It's on iTunes. So, and also you're listening to one right now, so you've already found us. It's all good. They know what they're doing.